Jackson Zarubin takes the mound for the Trois-Rivières Agiles. I'm David Edelstein here on the Boulders Broadcast Network as a pitching change is made by the Eagles as the Boulders have a 7-3 lead here at Palisades Credit Union Park. This pitching change brought to you by Columbia Doctors Orthopedics, providing expert care with a personalized approach for the Rockland Boulders and everyone. Visit columbiaortho.org. Stepping up to the plate now, Kevin Krause. A strikeout by McNorton against Connor Bierfeld to start off this inning. That's the one out so far. Double by Regis, RBI double by Nidifer. He stands on third after an error on the first baseman allows Gregor to reach safely at first. So runners at the corners, and the first pitch in from Zarubin is a ball. The count's 1-0 against Kevin Krause. Boulders now with 11 hits, hitting the double digits, but strikeouts hit the double digits a long time ago. Still a lot of hitting for both teams at that case. Gregor looks ready to run at first base. Nidifer takes his lead with Jamie Keefe behind him as the third base coach and manager of the Boulders at third. And strike one comes in called. The count's now 1-1. Jackson Zarubin, right-handed pitcher. 6'2", 190 pounds, so replacing one tall pitcher with another. He's 25 years old, born on January 8th of 1993 in Pleasanton, California. That sounds like a nice place to live. Went to Soma State University in California, and then the University of Tennessee Martin in Martin, Tennessee. As this ball's lined right up the third base line, fair, as Nidifer will come in to score. Gregor makes his way over to third. He's held there, and over to second with a RBI double is Kevin Krause. So more doubles, three of them tonight in the bottom of the fifth. This one brings in another run for the Boulders as Conrad Gregor makes his way over to third, and Nidifer comes home to score. The score, the Boulders now 8-3. This one just barely fair, as we saw some just barely foul a second ago on the first base line, but that's the story of the night. Any pitcher that's come in has had to face a lot of balls hit up both the first and third base line. Just a few of them, and most of them home runs for that matter, hit anywhere else. A lot of doubles so far tonight, extra base hits as well. And someone who can do some more damage with now runners at second and third is Mikhail Mogues, the first baseman for the Boulders. He's hit two singles tonight and takes strike one. The count's 0-1. So that's got to mean something to you if you're watching the Boulders and you hit a lot of doubles. The hitting picking up after being swept by the Miners the past 3 games. Each of these players trying to be somebody to you as they hit all these doubles and try and leave their impression. This pitch comes in, the ball outside the strike zone. It's 1-1. More extra base hits, the more runs scored, the better each of these players look as they do try and be somebody to you and make their way up into the standings here, both as a team standings and their personal stat records. Everyone wants success. And now the count's 2-1 as this pitch comes in away from the strike zone on Mogues, left-handed batter. Stepping back into the batter's box now as he stepped out for a little bit of time. Right-handed pitching Zarubin still on the mound. So let's continue. Zarubin has played for a few teams over his career. Started professional baseball in 2016. A big leg kick, and this one inside on Mogues. The count's now 3-1. Started with 2016, their rookie league in the Arizona League. Also in 2016, moved over to the Pioneer League with the Orem Owls. That's Owls with a Z. Kind of fancy. In 2017, at age 24, was with the Burlington Bees in the Midwest League in the Angels minor league system, single A. Mogues swings and misses, and the count's now full 3-2. Zarubin in 2017 moved all the way up to Double A just a year after being a rookie in the Angels organization. Played for the Mobile Bay Bears in the Southern League, and now plays his first season in independent baseball with Trois-Rivières at age 25 here in the Can-Am League. Mogues ready. Pitch sets, leg kick, and this one's outside the strike zone in tight on Mogues, and bases are loaded for the Boulders as they prepare to break the game open even further if they can. So far, it's 8-3 game, up by 5. Already many runs scored in this game by the Boulders. 1 tonight, 3 doubles. and a walk, along with an error previously in this inning by Conrad Gregor. Bases are loaded and the line continues to move. So Mike Montville, who hit a 2-run home run in the second inning and walked in a run, or doubled in a run I should say, in the fourth inning, comes up to the plate with many runners on. This one hit foul to the third base line. Gregor had to jump over that one where he was standing. That's why players stand in foul ground. If you're standing on foul territory when you're on third base, the ball hits you, you're not out. Especially in this kind of game where almost every pitch has been hit up the first or third base line. Gregor, a good job to jump over it, but he was in foul territory. The only concern there was him getting hurt. So the count, 0-1 on Montville, and here comes the pitch. This one hit past the glove of Cornelius, past the glove of Glaude into right field. In comes Gregor to score, and runners will hold at their respective bases after that. Kraus at third base. Over at second is Mikhail Mogs. And now at first is Mike Montville with another RBI single. That's his 4th RBI of the night, and the Boulders with a 9-3 lead and 13 hits as they break this game open against the Trois-Rivières Agiles, who have been playing phenomenally so well. And the Boulders, coming off a 3-game sweep, not looking like they're set back at all. So Regis, Nidifer, and Gregor have come in to score. That leaves Kraus, Mogs, and Montville on the bags, third, second, and first. And Jason Agresti, who's flown out twice, once to right field and once to center field, playing catcher tonight for the Boulders, steps up to the plate. Right-handed batter takes the pitch outside the strike zone from Zarubin, and the count's 1-0. Continuing with Zarubin in his Can-Am League appearances so far, does not have a win or a loss. His ERA is 3.38. He's appeared in 4 games. This is now his 5th. He's finished 2 of them, only pitched 5.1 innings. So can't look too in depth at any of these stats, but still something to be said. Look at the situation right now. That's the important part for anyone paying attention. A foul ball straight into the ground evens the count, 1-1 on Agresti. The fresh face out of Binghamton University, just graduated in 2018. And now makes a professional appearance with the Rockland Boulders, his first stint of his career. So entering tonight's game, Zarubin has given up 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 home run, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts, so just under 1 per inning. But none here so far, as this one is nailed high into left field. It's going high, it's going far, but caught on the warning track by the left fielder Herrera. This will drive in 1, as opposed to 4 from the potential grand slam. A few feet away from that, but not to be. But the Boulders nonetheless reached double digits in scoring, as this one just flew out there. Settling under it was Herrera. He made the catch, and then 90 feet away brought in Kevin Kraus. Runners stay at first and second. That's Montville at first, Mogs at second base. But a sacrifice fly once again, the 2nd RBI of the night for Jason Agresti, brings up the 9th batter of the inning with 2 outs. J.C. Rodriguez at the top of the lineup. Left-handed batter against the right-handed throwing Zarubin. Leg kick pretty dramatically high, and this one's thrown in outside the strike zone, 1-0. A disappointed Hermelin quickly throws this one back to the mound. So some action here in the 5th inning, as some excitement has occurred just halfway through the game. Still time for it to be turned around, but the Boulders with 2 outs have been pretty magical so far this season, and here they are with runners at first and second. And this one is lined high, it's going high, it's going far, it's out of here. Rock on, J.C. Rodriguez, a 3-run home run, and this game is completely blown open, out of control for the Trois-Rivières Agiles. The score now 13-3, a 10-run lead for the Rockland Boulders. No doubter over the short porch wall, 312 feet away. This one was a hanging curveball that just got nailed out by J.C. Rodriguez. That means something to him. That means something to us. He's somebody to you. Somebody to the Rockland Boulders, as he stepped up dramatically this season, taking the leadoff spot. And now on my score sheet, I have to add on another row, as the 6th inning will get crossed out and written as the 5th, as Connor Bierfeld steps in for his 2nd at-bat of the inning. So talk about some exciting baseball. Bierfeld himself, 2 strikeouts swinging, one of them this inning itself to lead off, and a solo shot home run in the 3rd. Pitch 1 comes in. It's a strike. The count's 0-1 on Bierfeld. So a 3-run shot by J.C. Rodriguez, his 2nd hit of the night. Connor Bierfeld here, a candidate to do the same as this one's hit high, but it's really shallow. Coming in is Cologne. Can he make the catch? Yes, he does in time. A lot of action from the Rockland Boulders. A pitching change does not help out at all for the Trois-Rivières Agiles. Zarubin coming in to relieve McNorton. The Boulders score 7 in the bottom of the 5th and now have a 10-run lead, 13-3, over the Eagles. We'll be Cody Regis steps up to the plate in the bottom of the 6th, where the Boulders have a 13-3 lead over the Trois-Rivières Agiles in Game 1 of a 3-game series. Regis already has 2 hits tonight, a single in the 1st and a double in the 5th. He grounded out to 2nd in the 3rd inning as strike 1 comes in. It's a 0-1 count in the 6th inning. Last inning saw 10 batters up for the Boulders as they tacked on 7 runs, even after a pitching change. Same pitcher still up there, that's Jackson Zarubin, as this pitch by Regis is popped up and caught by the shortstop, Sam Dexter. So a quick pop-up in the 6th inning. That's Cody Regis down, but Marcus Nidifer, who hit a double last inning, an RBI double that started off the scoring for the Boulders in the 7-run bottom of the 5th, will now step up to the plate. Also hit a single in the 3rd and struck out looking in the 2nd. Right-handed batter, his legs spread wide apart, swings vigorously, but sends this one just a few feet foul away from home plate on the first base side. Right-handed pitching, Zubin takes a look, big leg kick, and this one's lined up the 3rd base line, but this one does go foul. Still close though, not far foul. A lot of these pitches have just been hit up the lines tonight, either just a few inches foul or a few inches fair. So holding the lines is the defense for both teams. The count's now 0-2 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch comes in. Count remains 0-2. 3 straight fouls from Nidifer. 3 outs in the last inning. There's a fly out by Bierfeld in the 3rd. Swing and a miss by Nidifer, and there's a strikeout swinging. Another strikeout tonight. So there's 2 straight outs. Regis down, Nidifer down. Bringing up Conrad Gregor. Struck out looking in the 2nd, flew out to center in the 3rd, and then reached base on an error by Cornelius, the first baseman, in the 5th, and then came around to score in the entourage of scoring by the Boulders. Now with 2 outs, perfect opportunity for the Boulders to add on some more as they hit well with 2 outs. The shift put on Regis again. Mogs beat it once tonight, and this one goes right, a check swing into left field past 3rd base, and Cody Regis, Conrad Gregor that is, beats the shift by just sending this one on a half swing up the line, 3rd base into left field, and he's standing on first with a single. A creative play. I don't know if that was thought out on purpose. It looked like he purposely stopped right there to try and angle the bat and almost bunt it, a swing bunt in a way. And now Kevin Krause will step up to the plate, the left fielder tonight. First, he hit a single in the 2nd inning, then flew out to center in the 4th, and doubled and scored in the 5th last inning. It's now the 6th, and the line continues to move. This pitch comes in, a call. It's 0-1 on Krause. So the Eagles trying to prevent any further damage as they've given up a lot so far tonight. And Krause hits this one high. It's going toward the short porch, but settling under it is Suki. He makes the catch for out number 3. So fly out to right field is the third out. After a big inning in the 5th inning, a donut put up for the Boulders in the 6th. They still have a 10-run lead, 13-3 off of... Jackson Zarubin and the Trois-Rivières Agiles back on the field on defense as the hot-hitting Rockland Boulders for tonight's game step back up to the plate. Mikhail Mogues, Mike Montville, and Jason Agresti, 7, 8, 9, first base, center field, and catcher up at the plate. Mogues, left-handed batter, takes the first pitch outside the strike zone for ball 1 from the right-handed pitching Zarubin. The count 1-0. After a busy 5th inning, scoring 7 runs, the Boulders put up a 0 spot in the bottom of the 6th, looking to add on to a 13-5 lead here in the bottom of the 7th. This one popped up by Mogues. Going back is Sam Dexter. He's in shallow center field now. He's playing shortstop tonight, though. Had to go back to catch that one for the first out of the bottom of the 7th inning. A routine play. Just have to make sure he got under it and didn't lose it in the lights. The sky now pitch black, so you'll see the ball in contrast with that color scheme. And Mike Montville, the center fielder, now steps up to the plate. He's had a busy night himself. 4 RBI, 2-run home run in the 2nd inning, a 1 RBI double in the 4th, and a 1 RBI single in the 5th. Here's a play over to third base and the throw. The first puts him away. Mike Montville is out. 2 outs now in a row for Jackson Zarubin, who seems to have found the strike zone and settled down a bit since he entered the game just 2 innings ago. So Jason Agresti, the Binghamton graduate, and catching tonight. He's been hitting all over the field. Flew out to right field, then flew out to center field, then flew out to left. Well, no more outfield left to hit to, so which one will it be this time? First pitch comes in, this one in there, outside the strike zone for a ball. The count's 1-0. There have also been a lot of defensive changes by the Agiles. Alex Herseg moving over to catcher. So back here at Palisades Credit Union Park. As this one's hit high, it's going out to the big green monster in center field. Settling under it is Cologne. So there's the third out. Run through the changes quickly so that you know. Alex Herseg moves to catcher. Michael Suki center field. Taylor Brannon at second base. Kevin Cornelius is at third. David Glode is in right field. And Anthony Hermelin to first. So shifting infield.
never landed it.
Welcome back to Palisades Credit Union Park. Jackson Zarubin still in the game for Three Rivers. Boulders holding a 13-7 lead. Rockland in position to snap a 3-game losing streak after a sweep by Sussex. Zarubin, 2 2/3 innings, 4 runs, all earned, a strikeout and a walk. David Palladino in line for the win for Rockland. Went 5, gave up 3 runs, 7 hits, 9 strikeouts, no walks. Kevin McNorton on the hook for the loss. A rare bad outing. 8 runs, 9 earned. Actually, 9 runs, 8 earned the other way around. 11 hits, 4 1/3, 5 strikeouts, and no walks. Pitching for a strike to J.C. Rodriguez. It is 0-1. Rodriguez having a good night. 2 for 4. 3 RBIs. 3-run homer. Number 7 on the year, up to 22 runs batted in. Takes low, 1-1. Reset the Eagles' defense for you. One guy comes in, you have a slew of defensive changes. David went through them, but I'll reiterate those. 1-1 with nobody out. Hermelin, the first baseman, back near the line. Pitch coming outside, 2-1. Cornelius at third, Dexter at short, Brennan at second, Hermelin at first, Herrera in left, Suki at center, Glode in right. Herseg behind the plate with Zarubin on the mound. Shinking off Herseg. Time call, 2 can't get on the same page.
Got a giant line on my score sheet now going down between the 7th and 8th inning with all those defensive changes. Not something we usually see in any game.
Line drive hit sharply to center field. Suki reels it in, makes the catch for the first out. And there's one score I forgot on the out-of-town scoreboard. Mets fans aren't going to like this one. Masons trail on the Marlins 7-1, top of the 8th in Miami. A battle for last place in the National League East.
Battle for last place?
I'll say this, the Marlins aren't as bad as people thought they were. Now they're 32-50, I get it. But you have people saying that the Marlins would only win 50 games this year. I think they're going to win more than 50 games. And they're going to finish 30 games under 500, but it's not going to be as dreadful and doom and gloom as people said. As Bierfeld takes inside, it's 1-0.
Whichever teams they beat are going to be pretty upset. Including, like you said, the Mets tonight.
They have the 3rd worst run differential in the league. Bierfeld, line drive down the left field line. That's going to drop fair near the quarter. Herrera gets it by the bridge bar. As Bierfeld digs for second, he is standing right there. So a 2-hit night for Connor Bierfeld, his 8th double of the year. 1 on, 1 out.
Nice job by Connor Bierfeld. Looked like he let go of the bat when he swung on that. Kind of swung and then halfway through his swing let go and only had the bat in his left hand, which sent the angle of the bat going toward left field. Luckily made contact with the ball and he dropped it into left field down the line, as we've seen over and over and over again tonight, and now he's on second base.
Cody Regis walks in for Rockland at 325. He's 2 for 4, single and a double. 12 homers and 34 RBIs. Bierfeld from second. Zarubin goes to the plate. Low and inside, 1-0. Bierfeld gets his lead. Regis gets plunked, looked like on the leg. Runners on first and second with one out. Fans take advantage of one of the Boulders' best ticket values, the Anytime Plan. Get 10 vouchers good for any 2018 game, 10% off of merchandise in the team store, and 2 parking passes. To get yours, slide to rocklandboulders.com or call the box office at 845-364-0009. Runners on first and second. Boulders 13, Eagles 7. In the bottom of the 8th. Marcus Knight for hitting 2 for 4. Got an RBI up to 277. Weak ground ball to first. Gobbled up by, booted by Hermelin. Keeps it to his side though. Tosses to Zarubin, who tags the bag. Runners move on to second and third though. So Bierfeld to third. Cody Regis over on second as Knight for out on the 3-1.
Nice recovery by the Eagles defense. Able to pick that ball up after it got away and then toss it over to Zarubin to make the catch. Good job that he kept running, covered the back nicely, and a good job to locate the ball by Brennan, or no, who is at first base? It's Hermelin at first base now after all those changes. Nice job location by Hermelin to pick it up and throw it over.
Conrad Gregor hitting for the red, white, and blue. 1 for 4 runs scored, 323. 4 homers, 24 RBIs. Takes a strike from Zarubin. It's 0-1.
What is the thought behind all of those changes? Put one guy in and everything gets mixed up.
It's amazing. One guy, what was it, 5 defensive changes?
Put one guy, Alex Herseg comes in as a pinch runner to replace Alexi Colon, the center. All of a sudden the catcher's changed and so is everyone.
You know what it is, pitching for a strike. It is 0-2. I guess just because Herseg's not a center fielder, you got to throw him behind the plate, and that throws everything into chaos.
But why change everything else? Because then you just take out, because you don't want to take out Hermelin and throw someone else into center field. That would be the easy way to do it. Instead, they kept Hermelin in and then moved the next guy and the next guy and the next guy.
Musical chairs. There's only one man that has that answer. You know who that is?
TJ Stanton.
Yes.
I'll be speaking with him tomorrow then.
Get ready, TJ Stanton. David Edelstein wants an explanation.
I'm coming to say hello.
0-2 with 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Pitch outside. It's 1-2.
I got a chance to speak with TJ during the last series earlier this month, end of last month when they played here. Very nice guy. Gave me the opportunity to ask those kind of questions.
Yeah, he's a very friendly guy. Used to pitch for Patrick Scalabrine, the Quebec manager. Had a few good years there. Then was thrown into a tough situation where he had to manage a travel team. The Garden State Greats were in the Can-Am League for a year and got a break managing Three Rivers. Bouncing ball up the first baseline, foul. It's 1-2 with 2 outs. One of the good guys, that's for sure.
Not only that, but he was the pitching coach. After pitching with the Quebec Capitals through 5 championship years, he was then the pitching coach, selected by the league to be the Gray's road manager. I was wondering whether he ever intended to be a manager. It's quite the way to do it. Feels like it's cooled down outside, a little bit of a breeze. Maybe not by much though. My phone's showing 79 degrees outside.
Line drive down the right field line. That's a base hit. 1 run will score for Rockland. That's Bierfeld. Here comes another one. That's going to be Regis. The throw goes into second base. Tag applied. Runner safe. 2 in for Rockland. And the Boulders take a 15-7 lead.
Well, at this point, the game's already broken open, so it's just how much more can they score and how many more big plays will there be. Gets under the glove out there in right field and then bounces to the wall, luckily right behind him. Picks it up, and now 2 runs come in, 15-7. A runner at second and 2 outs, and the line continues to move. Big batting average day for the Boulders.
Kevin Krause steps in. So Gregor runs his total up to 26 RBIs. TJ Stanton had a pretty long minor league career, most of it in independent baseball, but he was drafted by the Braves, 27th round in 2002, after playing at Florida Gateway College and the University of North Florida. As Krause steps in, swings and misses. It's 0-1. Started his career with Winnipeg Goldeyes in the Northern League back when this Can-Am League was an incarnation of the Northern League. Made it as high as A ball in the Angels organization with Cedar Rapids, then kicked around independent ball before finding a niche with Quebec and winning those 5 championships. 0-1 with 2 outs. Kraus takes 1 ball and 1 strike. For his career, Stanton is a pitcher 41-37, a 4.30 ERA. Now 37 years of age in Palatka, Florida. Just celebrated the big 3-7. 1-1 pitch, bouncing ball along the third baseline foul. It's 1-2. Talk about crooked numbers on the scoreboard. 22 runs between the teams, 29 hits and 4 errors. Been a busy night.
Quite the matrix, or that's what they're called, right?
You know better than me.
Yeah, I'm a little, 7th grade is a little closer. That's okay.
After pre-algebra, it all went downhill for me.
But yeah, 7-12-1, 15-17-3.
Weak ground ball up the first base line. Zarubin tags Kraus. He's retired. And
What?
that retires the side. It was a weird.
Kind of, it rolled back. It went foul, but the spin on the ball rolled back fair.
It's a fair ball, and that retires the side. I thought it got a piece of it first, but yeah, it looked like it spun back and then rolled up the line, and that does it for the bottom of the 8th inning. Boulders